Internet dwellers, and welcome to my channel. This is the sequel to What If I Redesigned Marinette and Ladybug. If you haven't seen that video, I highly recommend you watch that video first, then watch this one. This video covers the rewrite of the origin story of MLB with my version of Marinette and Ladybug. But before we start this video, my Internet dwellers, don't forget to like, comment, and share the video. To get the channel noticed by the algorithm, tap the subscribe button for fun quality art videos. Mrs. Cheng and her daughter were in the process of moving the last of their possessions into the new home. The apartment is a lovely two-bedroom home with their business on the bottom in downtown Montreal. Perfect for a small family running a little bakery, right? The process was quite difficult as it is just the two of them and they couldn't afford movers. After everything that happened during the spring, the whole process of purchasing the building, selling the house to further obtain everything for the new bakery, and then Mr. Chen's untimely death and funeral. That was the lowest moment of Marinette's life, holding on onto her dear father's hand in that hospital. She remembers him struggling to tell her something, and then he hands her a little Chinese box. It's yours, Marinette. Been in the family for countless generations. Got to look at it. Earrings would look nice on you. Felt something about it. And please take care of your mother for me. Those were his last words. Marinette thought of those words over and over during the funeral, the battle for his property by his relatives, and now moving her things into her new room. Marinette, you're okay? Marinette snaps back to reality, realizing she was staring at a window, the sky a clear blue, holding her heavy sewing machine. I'm fine, Nathaniel. I'm fine. Thinking of your dad. Nathaniel looked at his best friend with empathetic eyes, holding a box of Marinette's things. Thank you for helping me and Mom move our things. I really appreciate that. No worries. I'm your best friend ever since 3rd grade, and your family treats me like a son. Right. I remember the first picture you drew for me. There was a smiling ladybug. Nathaniel smiles while putting down a box and picking up the items. Speaking of it, I wonder where is that picture? I think it's in that box over there with all of my sketchbooks. Marinette, Nathaniel, are you two done unpacking the last of your things? Marinette and Nathaniel went out the room. I just finished unpacking the living room. Let's go out for lunch. I have no energy to cook. Okay, Mom, can Nathaniel and I hang out in the city after we eat? Of course, you two have been working hard with the moving. But make sure you be back at 9:30. Strange things have been happening around the city at night, especially with the rise of criminal activity. It's all over the internet. The police are struggling to get any answers. Okay, Mom, I'm going to get my purse. Me and Nate will meet at the restaurant. Marinette went back to her room to grab her purse, and on a bedside cabinet was the little box. Marinette looked at that box, the last thing her father gave her, and she thought about bringing it with her. It would be like her father was there, with her, probably eating merrily, laughing at his own jokes. Nathaniel noticed Marinette staring at her hand, asking him what she was looking at. Oh, it's just the box my dad gave me. I'm thinking of bringing it with me. It would be like he was there. Sure, it's pretty small. You could fit it into your cardigan pocket. Marinette softly smiles, puts the little fancy box into her pocket, and walks out of the apartment with a friend, ready for a tasty lunch. After the delicious lunch, the two left the restaurant. Mrs. Cheng once again warned the two to be careful, as any mother would do. Marinette and Nathaniel went to hang out at Montreal's grandest mall, home to many shops, like Nathaniel's favorite comic book shop, to Marinette's favorite craft store, and to especially the infamous Agresque, the most prestige fashion house in France, owned by Monsieur Agresque, Marinette's role model. Marinette's eyes sparkled with joy, gazing at the mannequins dressed in the latest summer line, dreaming of having her own designs displayed on those shiny mannequins. People all over the world admiring her talents. Let me guess. You want to go to this shop first. Marinette blushed with embarrassment, her eyes looking at the shiny marble floor. She looked up to her best friend, with his arms closed, a cheeky smile on his ivory face. Yeah, I want to look around. Mr. Aggress is so talented. He's the best fashion designer in the world. Anyone wears Aggress. I disagree with that. Take that back. Because the best fashion designer in the world is right in front of me. No. I'm not even decent. I post my designs to Instagram and they barely get 70 likes. That does not matter. One of the best comics I ever read was just someone's webtoon, and they barely get any attention. Marinette looks at Nathaniel with a confused face. My point is, Mari, talent is not measured by popularity, and let's go inside before you keep talking crap about yourself. The two entered the Grand Aggress store, Marinette analyzing every piece in detail in a way only a fashion designer can, Nathaniel struggling to keep up with everything Marinette says, as fashion is not his forte, but he tolerates it to see her smile. After exploring the whole store, Nathaniel begs Marinette to leave as he's terribly bored, and it's his turn to pick a store. They visited Zag Comics, the famous shop selling all kinds of comics and manga. Nathaniel picked up a couple issues of his favorite comic. He dreams of having his stories displayed and admired by many. After that, the two hang around the mall for the rest of the day, drinking ice-cold strawberry lemonade from the food court. Many conversations flutter around mall-goers, mostly about trivial topics like the weather, but one of those conversations stood out and Marinette couldn't help but listen. So, have you heard about the sightings? What sightings? Have you not been keeping up with a blog, you idiot? There have been sightings of weirdos in strange costumes around the dodgier parts of the city. There's been reports of people, usually sketchy folk, ending up in bad shape. And there's been some reports of people seeing butterflies around the area the sightings took place. Oh, Batman, stopping criminals like a superhero? Kind of, but still scary though. Police can't do anything about it, so they're covering it up to save face. They can't even find out who is doing this. They just disappear before anyone can find out. That's funny. I remember earlier Mom talking about that. Probably just rumors that are exaggerated. You know bloggers these days. They'll make up anything to get attention. Nathaniel opens his phone to check the time. Oh, shoot, look at the time. We gotta go home. It's getting dark. Yeah, let's go. The two left the mall for the streets of Montreal. The sky sporting blue, pink, orange, and yellow. The streetlights glow, streetcars carrying workers, and the streets crowded with people heading home. The two head home, navigating the streets they're familiar with, from their walks to school. Marinette thought, what else could happen? Probably nothing, she thought. The skies of Montreal darkened into beautiful twilight. Most streets lit up with many stunning lights, illuminating the growing darkness. Two teenagers walked through those lit up streets, heading for their homes. Mrs. Cheng's text light up Marinette's phone, inquiring when will she come home. Mom, I'm with Nate. We are walking home from the mall. I will be home soon. Nathaniel's eyes wander around the many lit up buildings on the street, attracting people to their businesses of nightlife. We should get out of here quick. The street is gonna be filled with drums soon, and the music's too loud. Especially that casino over there. Marinette points to a small lit-up casino across the street. Many souls entered through its shiny doors, hoping for a lucky fortune. Some leave with joy, and some leave with faces of despair, their bodies wrecked from booze. The lights are too bright, and the music's too loud. I'm starting to feel overstimulated. Nathaniel's eyes search for a way out. I see a way out of here. Let's go. The two ran with haste through the street and into an alleyway. There were few lights, trash littered throughout the ground, filthy doors and windows. Graffiti decorated the walls, expressing frustrations of the unfairness of life. Strangely, there was a butterfly fluttering nearby. It looked like it was just hanging around. There were no people here besides two men, hanging around, and it looked like they were taunting a strange-looking man wearing a tattered hat. The strange man looked awful. Hair unkempt, he reeked of booze. Feet struggled to walk straight, and his words were slurred and angry. The little butterfly flutters towards him.
Lost. Blackjack. No, he cheated. I should have won.
Maybe if he didn't chug booze, he might have won. Yeah, right. Casinos are not a place to get rich, idiot. They rub you blind. Maybe get a job. Friggin' loser. The drunken man turns to his head to the mocking pair, his face in fury.
Shut up, or I punch you.
Whoa, buddy, you can barely walk straight, let alone fight. Yeah, and is that a little butterfly floating above your head? At that moment, the butterfly lands on the strange man's hat. The hat turns black, emanating a purple glow. The whites of his eyes turn black and his pupils violet. What the hell is wrong with him? The strange man crouches as if in pain, hands on his head, and seems to be talking to himself.
Who are you? What do you want from me?
He's lost the freaking plot, this one. He's talking to himself.
You can give me the power to get what I want.
Yes, I'll do anything. The strange man stands up excitedly.
Yes, master. Your wish is my command.
The strange man transformed into something horrifying. Monstrosity resembling a joker in playing cards. Dressed in ragged jester clothes, nightmarish face paint, smile too wide, teeth too sharp, and sporting colors of purple, red, black, cyan, and white. What the hell? Let's get out of here! The two men make an attempt to run out the alleyway, but they were caught by the monster jester's claws and flung towards an overflowing bin. Now who is the loser, eh? Not me, Jester, servant of Master Papillon. The Master Jester turns his monstrous face towards Marinette and Nathaniel's terrified faces. Marinette frozen in fear. Nathaniel, even though shaking, stands in front of Marinette. You two want to play a game, you little punks? Marinette's cardigan pocket glows vividly. The monster notices it. Ooh! How lucky! Right in front of me, somebody has a miraculous, and she's just a pathetic little girl. Marinette, run! I'll distract him. Save yourself. Hand it over to me, little girl, or things will get nasty for you. As the monster jester flings playing cards towards Marinette, Nathaniel jumps in the way of the attack, shielding his friend. Marinette dashed, her legs working overtime, finding a place to hide. The sound of Nathaniel's screams of pain, his body violently thrown towards the wall. Tears rush down Marinette's face, hands on her precious little glowing box. Thoughts race through her mind. It's all my fault. I just froze. I should have done something. I thought I could do anything. I can't do anything. And now Nathaniel's hurt because of you. Then suddenly a voice appeared from the box. A woman's voice. You can do something. You have the power. Put the earrings on. Marinette shocked drops the box and earrings fell out onto the ground. Who are you? Marinette scared and shocked, making distance between her and the voice. Trust me, Marinette. I can give you the power to be what you wish to be. Marinette thought and thought of what she wished to be. For Marinette, shy, unconfident, anxious, weak Marinette. That is someone brave, someone confident, someone strong-willed, someone who can protect. She picks up the earrings, thinking of her best friend. Hold on the earrings, Marinette. Embrace your potential. Embrace your power. Become Ladybug. Marinette puts on the glowing Ladybug earrings. Light engulfs her body, transforming into someone miraculous. Light leaves her body, and Marinette noticed that she feels different. Her eyes look all over her body. She is shocked by the transformation. She noticed that she's much taller. Her hair, a shade of bright blue, and it's much longer, styled like a woman from Chinese period dramas. Her costume, a strange, wonderful hanfu-like outfit with gloves, boots, and a fancy mask, colored like a ladybug with touches of white and gold. Marinette felt, even as she can't understand, powerful. Marinette pulls out her phone to use her camera and is shocked that it is not her phone, but a ladybug-themed yo-yo. But there's no time to ask questions as she hears Jester's taunting. She makes her way to confront her foe. When will you come out, little girl? You can't hide forever, you know. Hand over your miraculous or else. Or else what? You keep making stupid jokes like a clown? Ladybug stands boldly in the alleyway, her weapon on hand, ready to fight. The little girl doesn't have the miraculous. But I do. Hey, I'm a jester, not a clown. Both are complete jokes though. Ladybug mocked Jester as she struck him with her yo-yo, wrapping him up and flinging him towards the wall. Screams of pain erupt from Jester's bloody mouth. Nathaniel stands up, recovering slightly from Jester's attack on him, and notices the staggering monster struggling to get up. Get out of here while you have the chance. Who are you? Where's Marinette? Is she okay? Ladybug dodges a fury of punches from the enraged Jester. I told her to rush home, and she's okay. Now run! Nathaniel bolts out of the alleyway onto the lit streets. Thank you! And watch out! A barrage of playing cards slams Ladybug, launching her towards the wall. Throbbing pain ripples throughout her body, parts of her costume battered, struggling to stand, and coughing blood that splatters onto the ground. Jester walks towards Ladybug arrogantly, playing cards spinning on his hands. All that sass, all those amateur tricks, only to get distracted. Vivid purple eyes glow as razor-sharp cards launch like bullets. It was nice knowing you, little bug! Playing cards bullet towards Ladybug as she struggles to pick herself up. Then suddenly, the cards were destroyed as a figure sprung out of the shadows of the alleyway. The attacking cards ripped in a razor-sharp whirl by his baton. Ladybug struggles to look up to catch the sight of her savior. No! I was finally gonna get a win! Jester glares at the figure in black with frustration and rage. Who are you? From the looks of you, another miraculous holder. Am I right, tap boy? The man in black darts towards Jester, assaulting him with a frenzy of strikes, pounding him with his baton, razor-sharp claws ripping and tearing any cards. Jester tried to shoot. Any attempt Jester tried to fight back were crushed by this man's baton. And then launching himself off the wall towards his hat, his hands glowed, swirling with dark energy. Cataclysm! Glowing claws destroyed the hat, turning it into black dust that disappeared instantly. The little butterfly pops out of Jester and tries to flutter away, only to be quickly ripped by this man's claws, reducing it to dust. A couple of gold and silver coins fell onto the ground. Lying on the ground was the strange man, and no longer the Jester. The man in black collects his little prize and turns to look at Ladybug, who recovered a bit, standing up. From what I saw of you earlier, just before I popped in to stop the Akuma, you are definitely a newbie by the way you fought. You barely used your weapon at all. You know that yo-yo can transform, right? Hey, I didn't know, you smartass. The man in black laughs and jumps onto one of the nearby roofs. Sorry, I'm just teasing you. No way. I suggest you learn to use your powers and maybe train a little, cause I won't always be there to save you from a pinch. Cat Noir winks at Ladybug and disappears onto the city rooftops. Ladybug tries to chase after him. Hey, you forgot to tell me your name, you asshole! Name's Cat Noir, don't forget it, bug! Just after she hears his name, Cat Noir outspeeds Ladybug and disappears into the shadows. The jingling of his bell grows fainter and fainter. Ladybug thought Cat Noir was such a show-off, but it wasn't for him. She would have been killed by gesture. Just now, she noticed that she should be at home and bolts for the city. She ran and jumped on rooftops until she made it home, landing onto her back balcony on her apartment. The moment she landed, light engulfed her body once again, turning her back to Marinette. Shocked at the night's events, her body shaking, mind racing through her head. She enters for the balcony door into her cozy, dark bedroom. There were still some boxes, some yet to be opened, lay about the floor. Careful not to make any noise, as Mom was probably asleep, Marinette slowly walked towards her comfy bed, removing her shoes on the way and not bothering to change. Climbs into her bed, and her phone buzzes in her pocket. It was Nathaniel.
Are you okay? Did you make it home?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm home. Did you make it home? You're okay, Nate?
Besides the pain in my body, I'm okay, Mari. I'm thinking of going to the clinic tomorrow.
I'll come with you. I hurt myself on the way home. I'm so clumsy.
Oh, I love that. I hate going to the doctors. Going with you will make it more bearable. By the way, did you see the lady in red and black? Marinette quickly thinks of a cover story.
Yeah, she helped me get away. Still have my box thanks to her.
I owe her my life. She is so amazing. Can't believe I got to see a real-life superhero. She fought with this cool yo-yo. She was so fast and strong.
She sounds pretty cool. Marinette smiles and blushes.
I wish I could see her again. Inspired me like crazy. Wonder what her name is. I'll call her Ladybug for now. Simple but works with her costume.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty cool name for her. Marinette's eyes water. Her mouth yawns. Hey, Nate. I'm really tired. Can we talk again tomorrow? Good night.
Sure, you must be exhausted. See you tomorrow, Mari.
Marinette places her phone and box onto her cabinet. Weary, she retires into her comfy nest of pillows and falls into a deep slumber. She dreams and she dreams. All the events of the previous night replayed in her mind. The strange man, the butterfly that transformed him into a monster, her becoming a superhero, battling the monster, this Cat Noir saving her life. All of this couldn't happen, right? Beams of light arrive at the balcony door, announcing that morning had arrived. Marinette slowly wakes up, still in her clothes, her hair a mess, and her eyes just started to open. She thought of what happened last night and thought it was definitely a dream. People don't turn into monsters by butterflies. People don't turn into superheroes by magic jewelry. And then, why is her chest glowing? Marinette looked down at her chest. It was indeed glowing, but then suddenly a little creature pops out of her chest. Strangely, Marinette couldn't feel a thing. Marinette was about to scream in utter shock. The creature, sensing what she was going to do, quickly covers Marinette's mouth with its hands. Calm down, Marinette. I'm not going to hurt you. Marinette's heart raced. That voice was the one from the Ladybug earrings. Last night was not a dream. Everything did happen. The creature lets her hands go. Looking at her, the creature was an interesting sight to behold. A strange little combination of a fairy and a ladybug with a big head and large soulful eyes. Her body was red with some black spots, large wings, and on top of her head, a little elaborate headdress. What are you? Goodness me, how rude of you, peasant girl. Tut, tut. What are you? You should have asked me, whom are you? Marinette, surprised, quickly apologizes to her. I am known by many names, girl. You may call me Pio Cheng, the great and mighty guardian of this miraculous, and I grant you the highest honor of becoming Ladybug. And this is why you ask me? I am so sorry. I was so surprised. If you must know, I am a Kwami, a powerful, magical creature whom can bestow power to whoever they deem worthy. In exchange, that person, like you, becomes a host, allowing me the freedom to be in this world once again. What do you mean, be in this world once again? Indeed, I was once a human, and I, unfortunately, know little of my old life. Other than I was once a powerful ruler of China, I who was known by many names, P.R. Cheng being one of them, due to my love of ladybugs, such darling little creatures. Many centuries passed since the day I paid the price of using magic. What price? Is that why you're a Kwami? Indeed, the price being becoming a powerful creature that lives for many centuries, but bound to one's miraculous, forced to convince a person to become your host, just to be free. Even with all of that, I still have to make sure that person is worthy to use the powers I bestow on them. Marinette puts her hand in her hair, pulling it aside, revealing the ladybug earrings. I admire your choice of hairdressing, dear. It should keep the earrings concealed. Best to keep it all a secret. Why can't I tell my mom or Nathaniel about me being Ladybug? Oh dear, you lack common sense. Think about it. You already made enemies, and if they find out about your identity, they surely target your loved ones for their ends. A horrifying thought crossed Marinette's mind. The thought of her mom and her best friend being targeted by monsters for ransom. Sure, I keep all this a secret. Now I can. I want to protect the people I love. Oh, how noble of you. But first, we need to learn about your powers, and you need to master them soon. I remember that Cat Noir guy saying something about that. I bet there are a lot of Akumas out there. We should start off by battling regular criminals first. What? Criminals? Why not? There should be plenty of lowlifes in a city this large. But what am I gonna do? Sneak out at night and fight strangers? Indeed, you will do the city a favor by getting rid of these crooks. And indeed, we shall sneak out tonight to train. No arguments, Marinette. We start tonight. P.R. Cheng pops into Marinette's chest as her phone rings on her bedside cabinet. Nathaniel greets her with morning pleasantries, and the two make their plans for the day. Marinette jumps out of her bed and tends to her messy hair, making sure that no one can see her earrings. On top of her head, she places her favorite headband. She puts on shoes, grabs her purse, and makes her way out of her apartment. Thoughts race from Marinette's mind on the way to meet her friend. What other abilities does she possess now that she's a miraculous holder? How is she going to keep all of this a secret from the world? From her best friend? How many other miraculous holders are out there? There was Cat Noir. There has to be others. And the thoughts that were bugging her the most, who is Papillon? And why is he after the other miraculouses? Thank you for watching, my internet dwellers. This video took me the longest time to produce. The script alone took me days to write, as I had to learn a lot about storytelling and creative writing in general. But it was a challenge I'm glad I took on, as storytelling is a skill I want to improve on. Making the cover art for this hypothetical adaptation of this show was so rewarding, as one of my dreams is to produce my own series with my own characters and story. I hope I can make that dream come true someday, and I hope you get to see that dream come to reality. Also, I love that I got to give Nathaniel a bigger role, as he's one of my favorite characters from Miraculous Ladybug, especially during Season 1. Follow me on Pixel and Instagram for my art and information on future videos. Follow me on Twitter and Tumblr. Check out Ladyless Designs, my Redbubble shop for my cute and unique merch. And follow my shop's Instagram. Feel free to commission me on artistry.io for custom art. Today's question: what other characters from Miraculous Ladybug do you want me to redesign? If you want me to make something else, feel free to comment your suggestions below. I love to read your comments. That is all for today, my internet dwellers. Stay tuned for the next video, and goodbye for now.